Try to learn some Korean.
안녕하세요.
Hello everyone.
안녕하세요. Hello everyone. 현우-san here.
안녕하세요. This is 경은.
And you're listening to Talk to Me in Korean. Today, before we begin our lesson,
Yeah.
we have two special guests to introduce.
Yes, I'm really happy.
I'm happy too because I don't have to share this studio only with you. And I have these
Me too. I'm really happy, you know.
really nice people who will be nice to me,
right.
unlike you, are here. So, 경은,
네.
who do we have here?
We have really beautiful girl here and handsome guy here.
Oh,
Wow.
okay. What's the name of that beautiful girl?
I'm a handsome guy.
What's she called?
소연 and
소연.
you can call Sonny.
Sunny.
Soyoung.
Okay.
Sunny.
소연 or Sunny.
And we have
James.
James.
If you
준석.
remember. Yeah, Junseok.
Yeah.
Junseok is his Korean name. If you remember from the previous episode of talktomeinkorean.com, we had a interview with James.
네.
So Soyeon and James are here. Hi Soyeon.
안녕하세요.
안녕하세요.
Hello, Soyoung.
안녕하세요.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
I know a lot of people, a lot of our listeners have been waiting for your
I know a lot of people.
appearance on the show.
Oh, really?
Did you know that?
Oh, I guess.
I saw the comments. People were waiting, you know?
Yeah, thank you.
Well, thank you for coming today.
Yeah, thank you.
And we also have James again.
안녕하세요.
안녕하세요.
제임스입니다.
Hi, James. Welcome to the
Hi.
show.
Thanks.
So, James, can you introduce what we're going to learn in this lesson?
Sure. In this lesson, we're going to have a look at the expressions 있어요 and 없어요.
And what do
있어요,
they mean?
없어요.
있어요, it means have, and 없어요, it means doesn't have or don't
Whoa!
have.
Okay, great.
But 있어요 and 없어요
positive,
has the meaning
없어요
of
negative.
exists and doesn't exist.
Okay, so in English, you would have to use these two types of expressions, but in Korean, you can just use 있어요 and 없어요 for everything. So
Okay.
it's very convenient. So, 경은, what is the first expression again?
있어요.
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 And it comes from the verb 있다.
있다.
So it basically means to have, to be. In Korean, 있다 means both to be and to have.
Yes, right.
So James, how would you tell if this 있어요 means to have or to exist?
I think you can determine what it means by what we are talking about.
Exactly. Just looking at the context, you can see it very clearly. And at the same time, sometimes it means both.
Right, you're exactly right.
For example, if I have this sentence saying, I have a sister, it can also be replaced by the sentence, there's a sister in
Right.
my family.
Exactly.
There's a sister in my family. It sounds a little bit weird, but it kind of makes sense. But in Korean, it is the same sentence that you say.
Exactly.
Sister, a younger sister, for example, is 여동생 for your reference. 여동생. And I say this
있어요.
expression. 있어요. 여동생
있어요.
있어요. I
여동생
mean,
있어요.
I have a sister.
I have a
There's a
sister.
younger sister in my family.
여동생
So
있어요.
it can mean both.
네, 맞아요.
Exactly. So
없어요.
있어요 means to have or to be. And in English, if you want to say to not have, to not exist, don't have,
Okay.
don't exist, you have to add this don't or not, these words. But in Korean, you can say 있어요 in a negative sentence, but we have a separate word for to not exist, to not have. What is it,
없어요.
소연?
없어요.
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 And it
없어요,
comes
this
from the
one.
verb
없다.
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 So if you look up your Korean dictionary, 없다 is the word you will find, and you use the form 없어요 in normal, polite Korean sentences.
Yeah.
없어요.
없어요.
So 소연, what do you not have? 뭐가 없어요?
남자친구 없어요.
You don't have a boyfriend.
Well, that was a very good but real
Ah.
example sentence that James made you say.
You have a boyfriend.
And what does that mean?
It means I don't have a boyfriend.
See, I was right. I'm learning Korean,
Very
yo.
sad.
Well,
Learn it.
sometimes having a boyfriend can be a headache. So
Sure.
So 있어요 and 없어요 are quite simple,
headache's
right?
worth it.
있어요, 없어요.
Yeah.
Let's say them a few times more slowly. 있어요,
있어요.
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 And the opposite is
없어요.
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 So why don't we look at some examples?
잠깐만, 형. We have to explain to the listeners beforehand that you have to put what you have or what you don't have in front
After.
of 있어요 or 없어요.
Yeah.
You know what?
it's
I was kind of
subject
waiting
after.
for you to say that.
Got
So
it.
James, please introduce some examples then.
Okay. So 경은 누나,
네.
in Korean, how do you say water?
It's
물.
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 물. So how would I say there is water in Korean?
You can
물
say
있어요.
물 있어요. 물 있어요.
물 있어요.
물 있어요.
물 있어요.
Wow, James, you can speak Korean very well. You are better than Hyunwoo, I
My name's
think.
not James. My name's Clutch,
So
woman.
this sentence 물 있어요. This also means water exists, or I have water, or they have water. In Korean, you can just simply drop off the noun and say 물 있어요 rather than
있어요.
saying I have water. So let's quickly look at some other examples.
so I'm to say
Kyungwon
저는
누나, how do you
물
say
있어요.
friend in Korean?
친구.
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 Yeah, 친구.
Okay. And how would I say I have friends?
친구 있어요.
친구
있어요.
I have
친구
friends.
있어요.
I have
That
friends.
also means I have a friend or
친구
there are
있어요.
friends. And what about
친구
time?
있어요.
시간. 시간.
시간. And how would I say I have time?
시간 있어요. 시간 있어요.
시간 있어요.
시간
That also
있어요.
means there is time and they have time, right?
Yeah, right.
Great.
Okay, great examples, James and Kyungwon. Now, Soyeon and I are going to take it from here. So, you said 물 있어요, 친구 있어요, 시간 있어요, right? So the three examples were 물 있어요,
There is water.
친구 있어요,
I have friend.
시간 있어요.
I have
시간
time.
있어요.
And now there's a quick tip
시간이
for making
없어요.
these sentences into questions. It's quite easy. It's one of the beauties.
So if a player comes to me and asks me, Clutch, can I use the bathroom? I go, Shingo 없어요. There's no time. You have no time. As he urinates inside the booth. That would not be good at all.
Of
I'll tell you guys a funny story, okay? I forget at what MLG it was at, but MC was at an MLG event, and he, I think, had burritos the night before. So the guy that's up on stage, Coley, does a fantastic job. Opens the booth after MC's match. He almost knocks him out. MC had farted so much in that booth, we had to air it out. So if a player comes to me and says, I need to use the bathroom, I say, Shingo 없어요. There's no time. Or Shingo 있어요. You do have time. Cool. There is time.
the Korean language, it's quite easy to make questions. Unlike I had to have a headache whenever I wanted to make a question in English when I was learning it for the first time. So in Korean, if you want to make 물 있어요
물
into a
있어요.
question form,
물 있어요.
Soyeon, what do you do?
You just say
물
물
있어요?
있어요?
Right.
있어요.
So you just
Intonation.
raise the tone at the end of the sentence and it becomes a question. So 물 있어요 is a statement and Soyeon,
Oh, you wrote some Korean? Alright, I'll read the Korean. Let's go. Shikan. Shikan. 입어요? 시간 입어요. 아, 없어요. 시간 없어요. 없어요. 시간 없어요. Yeah, I have no time. Cool. You wrote it down. Thanks, man.
what is the question again?
없어요.
물 있어요?
There's
It's
no
a
time.
question form.
Exactly. So 물 있어요? 물 있어요. Right?
Yeah, right.
있어요?
소연.
네?
있어요.
친구 있어요?
네, 친구 있어요.
네, 친구
진짜?
있어요.
친구
네.
있어요?
네, 있어요.
You really have friends?
Yes, I have.
Yes, I
Okay.
have friends.
소연. 시간 있어요?
네, 시간 있어요.
시간 있어요?
네, 시간
시간
있어요.
있어요.
Okay, I'm glad you have a lot of time.
오빠 시간 있어요?
No, I don't have any time. 시간 없어요 for you.
네.
Okay, now that I just mentioned 없어요 in my sentence, let's look at some more examples for 없어요. So James, what was the word for time in Korean again?
시간.
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 Do you have time? 시간 있어요?
시간 없어요.
Too bad. I was
Yes,
going to
I'm-
invite you to a very exciting party. 시간 없어요?
Oh, in that case, 시간이 있어요.
Wow, you just canceled everything else?
Exactly.
Okay, I'm glad that you have 시간 있어요. Okay, then let's go later. And now, what is the Korean word for a friend?
친구.
And how would you say in a sad way that you don't have friends?
친구 없어요.
친구 없어요. You know, in Korean, you
I have
make
no
the sound
friends.
when you want to say sob, you know.
엉. That sounds more like 멍, like a dog.
No, it sounds very sad. S-O-B.
이렇게?
When I text message someone, I write 엉. And that means S-O-B.
Symbolizes.
Yeah. That means I'm crying.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You know, it's funny. Two guys sound like so. It's really funny.
You think it's too cute for me, right? All right, enough about 있어요 and 없어요 for now. And since our lesson number 9 talked about 은, 이가, the confusing, the important topic marking particles and subject marking particles, we promised our listeners that we would have a lot of reviews in the later lessons, and here you are. So with these sentences, with the sample sentences that we used previously, for example, 시간 있어요, 친구 있어요, you can apply those topic marking particles and subject marking particles to make the nuance of those sentences completely different. So we'll look at some examples. So James, what was I have time?
시간 있어요.
시간 있어요.
Yes.
So James,
Yes.
if I said 시간은 있어요, 시간은 있어요, using the topic marker,
Right.
Time.
what
I
would you
have.
think I mean?
I would think that you're one implying that you have time but nothing besides time, meaning you have no other resources, or you have time and you don't want to spend any of that time with me.
Exactly. Whether it is the former or the latter,
Oh, I
I'll
got
leave it
time.
up to you
Just
to
not time
decide.
for you.
In order to avoid any
시간
confusion,
있어요.
any misunderstanding, I would just say 시간 있어요.
Right.
And
시간
I would just mean I have time. I'm not adding any other meaning to that sentence. So that is the difference between 시간 있어요 and 시간은 있어요. And how would I say I don't have time?
시간
시간
없어요.
없어요.
And if I say 시간은 없어요, what would I mean?
That means I have other things, but time is one thing I don't have.
Exactly. So James, one more question. If I say 시간 없어요, what do I
Okay.
mean?
You mean I don't have any time?
Exactly. And what if I say 시간이 없어요? Instead of using the topic marker 시간은 없어요, if I use the subject marker 시간이 없어요, what
시간이
do I
없어요.
mean?
Okay, so when you say that, I think you're saying time. Time is what I don't have, which could be used as an answer to something such as, why have you not been showing up these days? Or why have you been so busy?
Exactly. I am blaming the lack of time for my lack of activities, right?
Exactly.
Social activities. So
안녕하세요.
시간이 없어요, right? So it is the
시간이
subject.
없어요.
It is the center of my blame. So we've looked at 있어요 and 없어요, and also we did a little review on 은는 이가.
은는,
So I think
이가.
that's it for today.
Sounds like it's time to go to that party, right?
There's
파티
no party,
없어요.
James.
Party 없어요?
There's no
Right.
party, no such thing,
party 없어요.
because 친구 없어요.
친구 없어요?
I have no friends.
There's no one to invite
형,
me.
you have me.
Oh,
I am your friend.
okay. Now 친구 있어요.
한 명 있어요.
No, I have
한 명 있어요.
소연
한
and
명.
경은 here staring at me. So I have 친구 있어요.
현우, 재미없어요. 정말 재미없어요.
Well, speaking of that, 재미 means fun, and 재미 plus 있어요, 재미있어요 happens to be an idiomatic expression meaning to be interesting. And 재미, since 재미 is
재미?
fun, if you
재미?
say 재미없어요, it means
재미없어요?
it's not interesting. So
재미없어요.
재미없어요?
네, 재미없어요.
Well, I'm not really worried because the whole world already knows that I'm not the funniest person in the world. So Soyeon
True.
and James, thank you for joining the show today. I would love to have you on the show again.
Thanks for having me. This talk to me in Korean. 재미있어요.
Yeah, 재미있어요.
재미있어요.
Talk to me in Korean. 재미있어요.
Okay, everyone, if you think Talk to Me in Korean is 재미있어요, please comment at talktomeinkorean.com.
Yeah, and here's an exemplary sentence. You can say 현우는 재미있어요. 경은은 재미없어요. Okay, so everyone, we'll see you at the website.
안녕히 계세요.
안녕히 계세요.
안녕히 계세요.
안녕히 계세요.
All right. So that's the lesson portion. Let's go to the reading portion. Level 1, lesson 10. Have, don't have, there is, there isn't. In this lesson, we're going to have a look at the expressions 있어요 and 없어요. When you want to talk about what people have, don't have, and also about things that exist, don't exist, you can use these expressions. 있어요 comes from 있다, and it basically means that something exists. 있다. If you're talking about someone or something existing in a specific place, it means to be. I'm here, it's over there, I am at home now. If you're talking about something or someone in some cases in your possession, it means to have. Example, I have a sister. I have 11 dogs. Do you have a private airplane? And 없어요 is the opposite, and it comes from the verb 없다. 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 Not Oppa, Gangnam Style, it's opta. even though there is a way to say the same thing using oseo. Oteo. So to oteo. And making into a negative sentence, since there is this independent verb in Korean. Opseo. Opoyo. For expressing non-existence. It's more convenient to use opsoyo. Opsoyo. Opdoyo. Ita. Opdoyo. Opsoyo for expressing non-existence. It's more convenient to use opsoyo rather than saying ichi ayo or an itoyo. Wow, okay. So in conclusion, isoyo, opsoyo does not equal the same. Let's look at more examples. Isoyo, and in our examples, let's use the following words. Level 1, Lesson 10. 물, water. 친구, friend. 시간. 친구, friend, 시간, time. You simply add isoyo at the end of the noun that you are referring to. 물 isoyo. 물 isoyo. There is water. Water exists. I have water. They have water. 물 isoyo. 물 isoyo. Is there water? Do you have water? Do they have water? 신gun. Shingan. Gan. It's a gan. Shingan. No, that's not right. 친구. It's a ch sound. Well, J sound. 친구. Yeah, CH sound. 친구 있어요. 친구 있어요. I have friends. I have a friend. There are friends. 친구 있어요. 친구 있어요. Do you have friends? Do they have friends? 시간 있어요. There is time. I have time. They have time. 시간 있어요. 시간 있어요. 시간 있어요. Is there time? Do you have time? Do they have time? Is there time? There is no time. And just by replacing 있어요 with 없어요, you get sentences in the opposite meanings. 있어요. Okay. 시간이 없어요. There is no time. I don't have time. We don't have time. 친구 없어요. I don't have any. 친구 없어요. I don't have any friends. 있어요 and 없어요 can be used to form 있어요 and 없어요 can be used to form many interesting and frequently used expressions in Korean. Jami, fun. Jami 있어요 literally means fun exists, but it means to be interesting. Fun exists, guys, and I have found it. And it is in learning Korean. No, it is fun. It's just very difficult. Notice how the two words are even written without any space in between. That's because it has already become an expression used daily. TTMIK. It's an expression. I don't remember what it means. Take this. It's dangerous to go along. All right. Jami 있어요. Jami 있어요. This is fun. Talk to me in Korean. TTMIK is fun. Talk to me in Korean. Jami 있어요. It is fun. All right. Any questions, fellow students, before we move on to lesson 11? No? Cool. Let's move on to lesson 11.
And hello everyone, Hyunho-san here, and you're listening to Talk to Me in Korean. Today I'm joined in the studio by James and Soyeon.
Hey, I'm here. 저 있어요.
Hey, Kyunghan. Okay, Kyunghan is here too. So, in this lesson, James,
네.
what are we going to study?
In this lesson, we are going to study how to ask, do you have? or is there, and also how to say give me something please or I'd like to have something please.
Okay. So James, do you remember how to say I have, you have, and there is?
네, 있어요.
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 And what is the opposite way of saying it?
없어요.
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 Which means I don't have, you don't have, there isn't. So what is an apple?
사과.
And
사과.
I have an apple.
사과 있어요.
I don't have an apple.
있어요.
사과 없어요.
How do you say orange?
오렌지.
오렌지.
Not orange. 오렌지. That's
오렌지.
Korean.
Yeah, 오렌지.
오렌지.
And how do you say I have an orange?
오렌지 있어요.
How about I
오렌지
don't have an orange?
있어요.
오렌지 없어요.
오렌지.
And now if you want to ask someone whether they have something or not, how do you ask that person?
있어요?
있어요?
And
없어요?
exactly. 있어요 and 없어요, we learned them in the last lesson. So Soyeon, today, later in the evening, 시간 있어요?
아니요. 시간 없어요.
아니요.
Hmm.
시간 없어요.
Then I need to go to a party that I promised James I would take him to. So I need some money. 돈 있어요?
돈 있어요.
돈 있어요?
네.
Can you give me some?
돈은 있어요.
Oh, you have money, but what are you implying?
돈은
I'm not
있어요.
gonna
I
give
got
you.
money. I'm not gonna give you money.
Okay, you have
money. Oh, I got
용기.
money.
용기 있어요. You're brave.
I have got.
Perhaps you're gonna give me some money if I say that in Korean. But wait, James, I am going to ask Soyeon for some money for you, so you will probably have to ask Kyungun and learn how to say that yourself.
Okay, sounds great. So 경은 누나,
네.
if I want to say please give me some money, what would I say?
Oh, you can say that. I
You
mean, yeah, you can say that.
Why not?
We don't have any Korean sentence.
Really?
Yeah.
없어요?
Sorry, I'm kidding. You can say 주세요. 돈 주세요.
돈 주세요.
Yeah,
주세요.
money is 돈 in Korean.
돈.
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 돈. And
money,
please
돈.
give me is 주세요.
주세요.
So you
주세요.
can say 돈 주세요.
돈
돈
주세요. Give me
주세요.
money.
Yeah, exactly.
Internet
Wow,
community,
great. So,
I can
누나,
eat food.
돈 주세요.
Sorry, 돈 없어요.
없어요?
돈 없어요.
돈은 없어요.
돈은 없어요?
But I have time. 시간은 있어요.
시간은 있어요?
So can I join?
글쎄요. Maybe.
Maybe?
If you bring some money, then
Oh.
yes, you can come.
No. 돈 없어요.
So if I want to ask for a beer at this party tonight, what would I say?
You can say 맥주 주세요.
맥주 주세요.
맥주 주세요.
맥주 주세요.
Yeah, beer is 맥주 in
맥주.
Korean.
So
맥주
that's different from
주세요.
English. In English, I would say, please
Can I
give
have
me
a
a
beer?
beer. But in Korean, you say,
Beer.
맥주 주세요. You
맥주
put what you
주세요.
want in front
Beer,
of 주세요.
please.
네, 맞아요. Hey James, it's really really cold. 장갑 주세요.
You want my gloves?
네.
장갑은 있어요.
So 장갑 주세요.
I don't think so. I think I should keep them for myself.
Okay.
Guys, don't fight like children. So, Soyeon, let's leave them alone and let's look at some example sentences
Clearly they
before
were
we
fighting.
finish, okay?
Okay.
So how would you say in a restaurant or to your mother, please give me some ice cream?
아이스크림 주세요.
아이스크림 주세요.
아이스크림 주세요.
Can you say it in a cute voice?
아이스크림 주세요.
I'll give you all the ice cream I have. And how do you say, please give me a hamburger?
햄버거 주세요.
햄버거 주세요.
햄버거 주세요.
Okay.
Hamburger.
Well, in normal
Why is that
situations,
Steve
you would
Martin
specify
video?
what type of hamburger or how many hamburgers you want, but we will learn how to say those things in our later lessons. So for now, again, please give me a hamburger.
햄버거 주세요.
Please give me some kimchi.
김치 주세요.
In most Korean restaurants, it is a must for the shop owners to provide some kimchi to the customers, but sometimes when they're super busy, they forget their kimchi. So sometimes I have to ask them
주세요.
myself, saying, please give me some kimchi here.
김치 주세요.
김치 주세요.
김치 주세요.
김치 주세요.
김치 주세요.
Yeah, that was a very angry kimchi 주세요. But let alone forgetting kimchi, some restaurants even forget to give me rice. And then I would say, please give me some rice here.
밥 주세요.
밥 주세요.
밥 주세요.
밥 주세요.
And when I go home and if
물
my mom's
주세요.
home, I would say, I'm hungry. Give me some food.
주세요.
엄마 밥 주세요.
엄마 밥 주세요.
엄마 밥 주세요.
Okay, that's one thing that my mom always loves hearing from me, which I never do. Okay, so James, did you give Kyunghan your gloves?
No, it's too cold outside. I need to keep my gloves for myself.
제임스 장갑 주세요.
You guys can sort it out later. And what did we learn today?
So today we reviewed 있어요 and 없어요, and then we learned 주세요.
Very useful expressions, right?
Oh, very useful.
Yeah, very good to understand too.
Exactly.
Exactly. So the next time Kyunghan goes up to you and say with a big smile, 돈 주세요, don't just go about saying, okay, yes, because you will be in trouble. So everyone, please practice with us by leaving us comments, video responses, and we will always be there to answer your questions and practice with you.
안녕히 계세요.
안녕히 계세요.
안녕히 계세요.
제임스 장갑 주세요.
If you say it like that, I guess I'll give them to you.
James, you sound like a robot. I guess if you say it like that, I'll give them to you. Oh, dude, funny story I heard. Probably an urban myth, but it's still funny nonetheless. When Emma Watson, who plays Hermione from Harry Potter, she went to Brown University in the United States of America. And the professor in one of her classes asked a question to the class. She raised her hand, and the professor called on her. She gave the answer. It was the correct answer. The professor said, very good. And one of the students yelled out, 10 points for Gryffindor! If I was there, I would have had to have left the room. I would have to left campus for the day, because that would have been one of the most funniest things anyone could have ever said in that situation. Now, since that lesson is over, let's review what it says written down as we learn together. Level 1, Lesson 11, please give me, 주세요. As, I would never have been able to forget that ever. I can never forget that story before I heard that. In this lesson, we're going to study how to ask, do you have or is there, and also how to say, give me please, or I'd like to have please. Do you remember how to say, I have, you have, or is there? One sec. Is there? Do you remember how to say I have, you have, or is there? 있어요. I have, you have, is there? 없어요. I don't have, you don't have, there isn't, it doesn't exist. 사과, apple. 사과 있어요. I have an apple, there are apples. They have many apples. They have some apples. 사과 없어요. I don't have an apple. There is no apple. 오렌지. Excuse me. Whoa, whew, that chicken. 오렌지. 오렌지. 오렌지 있어요. I have an orange. There is an orange. 오렌지 없어요. I don't have an orange. There is no orange. Now, if you want to ask whether someone has something or not, or whether something exists, that's misspelled. Exists. I-S-T-S, right? Okay. Simply by raising the tone at the end of the sentence, you can make it a question. 있어요? 없어요? You don't have? You do have? You don't have? What's going on? 사과 있어요? I have an apple. There are some apples. 사과 있어요? Do you have an apple? Do you have apples? In the next episode, type to me in English. Level 1, Lesson 11. 사과가 없어요? You don't have any apple? There is no apple? 사과가 없어요? 사과가 없어요? Let's take other nouns for example. 시간, time. 시간 있어요? You don't have time. You don't. Do you have some time? 시간 없어요? You don't have time? You don't have time for me? 커피. 커피 있어요? You have coffee? 커피 없어요? You don't have coffee? You don't have coffee. Don't drink coffee. It's bad. It tastes terrible. Now, after figuring whether someone has something or not, you might as well want to ask for some of it by saying, please give me, or I'd like to have, please. 주세요. Please give me. 주세요. 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 주세요 comes from the verb 주다, which means to give. So literally, 주세요 only means please give in the polite, formal language, regardless of to whom or by whom. 주다 is the root. 주세요 is the formal way of asking. So examples. 사과 있어요? Do you have apples? 네, 사과 있어요. 네, 사과 있어요. Yes, we have apples. 사과 주세요. Give me an apple. Or give me some apples. 사과 주세요. 커피 있어요? Do you have coffee? 아니요, 커피 없어요. No, we don't have coffee. No, we don't have coffee. 우유 있어요? Do you have milk? 네, 우유 있어요. Yes, we have milk. 우유 주세요. Give me some milk, please. Give me some milk. 주세요 can be used in many different situations when you ask someone to hand something over to you. When you are ordering something in a restaurant, very important because I go to a lot of Korean restaurants and they are awesome. Not just because of the pretty girls that work there, but because of the food. When you are asking for an item in a shop, or when attached to a verb, which we will learn how to do in a later lesson, to ask someone to do something for you. Haha, just like Baneslug had in chat. More examples. I'm not going to look at the romanticized letters. Suku ring. Sukurim. Ice cream. Sukurim. Ice cream. 주세요. 아이스크림 주세요. Okay, don't read the romanticized language. I can read this. 보고 ambogo 주세요. Hamburger 주세요. ambogo. ambogo. Have you seen the Pink Panther? I haven't seen it. I've just seen the clip with Steve Martin and the ladies try to teach him how to get rid of his French accent by saying hamburger. And he keeps saying hamburger, like French. He's trying so hard he bursts into tears. hamburger 주세요. Oh man, I need to find it. I'll find it real quick. I'm gonna find it right now. I'm gonna find this on YouTube. Yes, I meant YouTube. Steve Martin, Pink Panther hamburger. Of course, ads.
Now you'll know when to stop. The all-new Nissan Altima with Easy Fill Tire Alert. It's our most innovative Altima ever.
I don't like how YouTube's on the left side. It's kind of weird.
I would like to buy a hamburger.
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 No. Let's break it down. I would.
Weird.
Like. To.
Toi.
Buy. A. Hamburger. Hamburger. Ham. I would like to buy a hamburger.
I would like to buy a hamburger.
It's not Damburger. Hamburger.
I'm not saying Dimburger. I said I would like to buy a hamburger.
I would like to buy a hamburger.
I would like to buy the hamburger.
Hamburger.
I would like to buy a hamburger.
Maybe we should stop.
We don't quit. We do not quit. Again.
I would like to buy a hamburger.
I would like to buy a hamburger.
I would like to buy a hamburger.
I would like to buy the burger.
I would like to buy a hamburger.
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 The burger.
Whatever. That's how I feel inside. Okay. All right. Please give me some ice cream. 아이스크림 주세요. 햄버거 주세요. 김치 주세요. Please give me some kimchi. 불고기. 야, 불고기. 불고기. 나 먹어. 안 먹어. Okay. 불고기 주세요. Please give me some 불고기. 밥 주세요. 밥 주세요. Rice. Please give me some rice. Please give me some food. 밥 주세요. Okay. I think that's going to do it for this lesson, guys. Thanks for watching. So I went over 2 lessons of Talk to Me in Korean. I'm on lesson 12. 만나서 반갑습니다 means nice to meet you. And 안녕히 계세요 means I'll see you guys later. Take care.